You're now listening to Chaos Culture Radio. I'll be your host, Hakeem Bello. You can catch us on themediabums.com. For you fools who don't listen, THEMEDIABUMS.com. I came to give you life, culture, and tell you how to grow your money tree. And everything else. Holla at me. Chaos Culture Radio back again, once again.
Oh, yeah. We here.
Yeah.
Tennis shoe.
Your host with the most, Hakeem Triple Bello.
Hey, what's good, y'all? It's C. Stevie back again. Late night session. Gotta be honest, it's been some time, and we finally gave him a chance to get down and reach back out to y'all, good people out there.
Tell me about it.
But it is 2:39 a.m. I know it's kind of a random time to be doing a thing, but we're gonna make it happen. So today's topic is, and I actually wanted to see if we can pull up what is a troll. I wanted to know, how do you feel about the idea of a troll in today's society, like social media age, and like, what do you think the role of a troll is? Why do you think people gravitate towards that type of behavior? Those are a lot of questions, but I'm just wondering.
Okay, before I get into that, I'll read the definition for that. There's two of them.
All right.
The first one is a mythical cave dwelling being depicted in folklore as either a giant or a dwarf, typically having a very ugly appearance. Goblin, hobgoblin, grown, halfling, demon, monster, bugaboo, org. Now, Urban Dictionary says trolling. As it relates to the internet, it is a deliberate act by a troll of making random, unsolicited, and controversial comments on various internet forums with the intent to provoke an emotional, knee-jerk reaction from an unsuspected reader to engage in a fight or an argument. Trolling online forums, as described above, is actually an analogus to the fishing technique of trolling, where colorful baits and lures are pulled behind a slow-moving boat, often with multiple fishing lines covering a large bodies of water, such as a large lake or ocean. The trolling lures attract.
Okay, we ain't gotta go through the whole definition. Y'all get the point. So
basically, is just dudes lying to just start something so they can start some beef for them to get famous and stuff like that. You know what I'm trying to say? There's a lot of people today who do that.
Of course. I mean,
we ain't gonna mention no names.
Yeah, we don't have to, but I mean, I think trolling kind of goes, not say it goes hand in hand with bullying, but it's like that same type of concept where you just coming for people, and the only purpose is to bring attention back to yourself, whether negative or more so negative. Trolling definitely has a negative connotation to it. So, but how do you feel like kids are using it today, or like just people in general? Like I don't know how. Like, where do you see it most happening? Like,
I'm asking. I see it most happening in the urban community. But don't get me wrong. Whites have their own form of trolling, as sending fake bomb threats to the gamers do that. They troll. They have their own way of trolling. Wow. Saying fake bomb threats or calling police on people, saying stuff. But trolling in the urban community is dangerous. People done died off of that. You know what I mean? And a lot of people do it from the aspect of just wanting to be famous. You know what I mean? Entertainment in that high off having somebody to know you, or just thinking that if I do this, potentially it's going to get me a bag for me to feed my family. They're willing to sacrifice their life for that. You know what I mean? It's just, you know what I mean? It's just, you're just basically a court jester.
Right.
You know what I'm trying to say? Just like Instagram comedians. I don't hate them. I don't got an issue with them, but I all think it's just buffoonerism. You know what I mean? As you know, for real. You know what I mean? And how many more comedians do we need on top of trolls? You know what I'm trying to say? Not to throw no shade on Tekashi 6ix9ine. He built his whole career around that. Right. Telling people to suck his D. I'll fight you. Right, I'm a real gangster.
Right.
Picking fights with people. And then once he do that, his sales go up. Once he doesn't do that, we don't hear nothing about him. Have you heard anything about him?
Well, yeah. No, not really. I mean, because again, he's using it, or some of these artists, they're using it kind of as marketing tools. It's the idea that it's like,
yeah, but
even bad press is good press. So it's like, yeah, he's in the news for his antics. He's in there.
It's all buffoonerism.
It's never for the quality of the music.
And people got to wake up at 60, 50 years old and like, damn, I really was acting like that.
Or they just gonna keep riding it out until, you know. So
I never did know something like that. I never had to troll, beef with nobody. I never had to get in the mix with no dude to try to get on. You know what I mean? I want to get on, but I'm not that desperate.
Yeah, basically. I mean, I feel like there are, class clowns we've always had class clowns, before there was internet. You had class clowns, you had trolls, you had bullies, you had people who did things to put fear into people or to have a certain perception of themselves, in the school environment. But now that it's turned into the internet, you have this thing where this is copycat behavior, where it's like, really it's almost like it's learned. Like, you can learn how to troll without even, like, really wanting to do it. Like, because especially today, these kids, they're born with smartphones. Like, that's their first mode of stuff. So it's like, as soon as they pick up the phone, all they seeing is, like, dumb, goofy videos. If their parents are giving them phones, they're seeing the certain behaviors, and then it's like, they start to do it, and then as teenagers, and then all that stuff kind of crosses over, too. Because, I mean, I'm really focusing on young people kind of starting that type of trend, but then it's just weird when you see adults do it, or like you said, entertainers, because you're like, damn, like, you're using, not say bad behavior, but instead of putting out something that a substance that people can use, you're just like basically misusing your platform in a way.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I think there's always a shift in culture. You know what I'm trying to say?
Right.
Trolling is taking the heckler people, the people who heckle people at the clubs. Now they're on the internet.
Right.
You know what I mean? But not knowing there's a lot of people who live very serious lives.
The peanut gallery.
You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah, it's all buffoonerism. Everybody, you know what I mean? Then you got people who feel one way about it because, you know what I mean, there's always this thing, I'm just trying to feed my kids.
Right.
I'm just trying to feed my family. But then when somebody get killed, it's a different conversation.
It's weird because you have, on one end, you have the trolling, but then you also have people who are very sensitive. So we live in an era where like, people are in your face about how they feel, their politics, their sexuality, their religious views, their, what side are they on. People are so put all that out there now, but then you have also the opposing side where you have to be very PC and people want you to respect them.
I bet you any amount of money that a lot of these dudes on the internet who talk major-ish sit in an office somewhere wondering who I'm going to say what to who and how I'm going to say it to get him mad so people can eye on him.
Yeah.
Because when you meet these dudes in real person, they're not really built like that.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
They're not really built like that. They're not with that Thundercat. No, for real. On G, they're not built like that. You know what I'm trying to say? And the thing about it is, society and the media makes it hard because they feed these people the narrative to think that this is the only way to blow up in a situation like that. You know, it was like, yo, you got to be funny. You got to do dumb stuff. Look at Boot Camp. He trolled. He was trolling stores.
Oh God.
Going in the stores, running out with packs of donuts, getting arrested, is that sensational high of trying to be famous to please everybody. You know what I mean? Getting shot and trolling and beefing and throwing, like, come on, what's it worth? In the next 20, 30 years, all these people going to be broke.
Yeah. I mean, it's a way, again, to kind of gain attention, because what they say today, attention is the new currency. So if I have your attention, then that means that equals sales. So, like, okay, speaking of, like, sales and stuff, and we kind of touched on music a little bit, but, you know, this past summer, you had Pusha T and Drake feud that, you know, people are saying this is something that's been building up for a long time. Drake said Pusha T's wife's name, and then obviously, you know, Pusha T came back, and first thing he dropped was the blackface, Drake with the blackface. And something about that for me felt like, it almost felt like we were being trolled when we saw that image.
No, that wasn't troll. That was.
That wasn't. But for me, I feel like it kind of felt like, damn, who's trolling? Like, I know Drake's not trolling.
No,
Pusha T's not trolling.
Mm-hmm.
But the way it came out, it had that kind of trolling type of energy. You know what I'm trying to say?
Check this out. When you mention somebody's family name, all bets are off. All bets are off. Mention somebody's babies, mothers, whatever. All bets are off. You should get killed.
What?
I'm keeping a Billy with you. I'm not literally. I'm just saying you gonna get hurt out here.
Right.
You gonna get exposed, and he got exposed for being a culture vulture that he is. And excuse my language.
What?
Because that blackface just said a whole different thing. That set a whole new precedent about people. You know what I mean? A lot of people troll. It doesn't mean that, you know what I mean, you over there, I'm over here, but you just got to respect the fact, when can we come down for a common medium? You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. I'm trying to also think of another moment. I mean, some people are even saying today, you know, as far as, again, along the lines of music, you know, Kanye West is trolling us. You know, some people are saying with his behavior and him doing the things that he's doing, with wearing the hat and making the comments he's making. But it's like, that's an example where you're seeing he's applying the quote-unquote trolling method to produce, again, attention, so that it will later equal sales to his shoes. Because the fact that he's striking such a strong nerve with people with what he's saying, and the fact that he has a platform that he has, all it's making it do is making people talk more about you. And you know this society, if you've been living as long as I have, which you have, you've been living a little bit longer than me, you know that basically bad news is more popular than good news.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, when it comes to people saying his name because he said something that offended a lot of people, it's like the fact that people are saying his name, people who would normally say his name, whether it's the red side or the blue side or this people, everybody's talking about him. And so in the end, he wins because through his antics, now he's still getting all these sales, he's getting all this conversation, he's starting conversation. So there's a weird line with a person like Kanye where he would tell you he's trolling, but then he's also trying to use it for a purpose to start conversation.
Oh yeah, but I don't think there's other ways to do it than that. You know what I mean? Everybody used an excuse that, I'm trying to do something good. Negative doesn't mean you can do something good. It never means that. That's why I say people need to get off that. I'm trying to do something good. Minister Farrakhan don't do that.
Right.
He always been talking straight up. He's always been talking straight up stuff. He doesn't cut between his words. He doesn't do nothing. People might think he's trolling, but he's never been like that. You know what I mean? When he makes a statement about Jews, he makes a statement about Jews. He's always been stand firm about that. He's never changed his narrative. People like Kanye and all these other dudes, they'll get on the media because they got bills to pay. They got accounts that needs to be filled. So they say, I have to go on here. Before, it wasn't like that. People didn't have to troll. You just had to be hot. You know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say? This new form of trolling is really is a person who's insecure about themselves who wants to start trouble for no reason. You know what I mean? People do it to get viral, man. You know, just like the notorious chain snatchers.
Oh wow, I didn't ever heard of that.
You know what I'm trying to say? Some chain snatching is a form of trolling. Because you want to know why?
Trolling.
Once you snatch somebody's chain, the chain snatcher becomes famous. Then the chain person, the person who chain got snatched.
I mean yeah, for sure. I mean, the chain snatcher gets famous because people are like, "Yo, I don't want him to steal my chain." So it does kind of, instill a type of fear over people, and some people even go back to saying, again, I keep referencing music because I'm kind of interested in the line where trolling and celebrity kind of, intersect. And when you look at a character like 50 Cent, who they say he was kind of like early on trolling people, even with the beef that he had back in the day with Ja Rule, where he literally was like telling, coming at Ja Rule, but then right after was doing songs that sounded like Ja Rule's songs, and almost played Ja Rule, made people think like, yo, Ja Rule, he's whack, this and that, but then you go and use the song. So to me, I feel like early on, somebody like 50 Cent, they always kind of said like he's a very funny dude, and he has also ushered in and been a part of the whole trolling thing, and there you have his offspring, the Tekashi 6ix9ine, who he's trolling to the point where he looks like you were saying, he's in character. He looks like
all the time. But when you meet him in person, he's not like that.
He looks like the guy from Batman, Joker, or whatever. But why you say that he's not like that in person?
You ever seen videos when he's around his family?
No.
Very calm. No. I've seen videos when he's around his family. He's very calm. He's very nice, giving them money, hugging people, speaking his native language. If you a goon all day. Boosie doesn't flex from that.
But I think Tekashi 6ix9ine is Mexican American.
He is Mexican. He went to Mexico to see his family. He wasn't black then when he went to Mexico.
Hey, well, Mexicans have the native.
But the thing is, like, when you perpetuate a certain type of culture to get a bag, the thing about it is, you got a lot of these dudes do things. And, nobody says nothing because you want to know why everybody's scared to voice an opinion. They don't want to, offend anybody. They don't like, oh, man, I don't want to get no problem with this dude. You know what I mean? I just want to, I don't want no problems. I don't want no problem with these guys. You feel me?
Right.
You know what I mean? You say to yourself, my nigga, like, my dude. Like, the dude's going around here doing things, doing that. You got these young guys out here doing all these young things so they can get famous, so they can pay a bill, but then turn around, ask to be accepted by the same people that they tried. You want to be friends with the same people what you tried, and then tell them, hey, I did that because I got to pay bills. No, man.
Yeah, that almost kind of reminds me a little bit of, I think
you should get shot.
I love Charlamagne the God. I love the shout outs to the Breakfast Club. I'm sure a lot of people listen to that, but I feel like he used that a lot.
Oh, he's been trolling his whole career.
Yeah,
he says things to arouse people to make streaming them. Right now, he's an entity himself now.
Yeah, so there's definitely obviously there's a science to it, and it's very intentional when you think about how people in the media use it versus like everyday people where, but at the end, everybody's using it to gain some sort of attention, to get the spotlight, to get the energy of other people, and I don't know, it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I don't really necessarily, I don't know. I really never. I don't pay attention to it much. I don't invest time into watching people who do that type of stuff because I really feel like it's not my cup of tea. You know what I mean? I don't find it entertaining. But I do find it fascinating that it's a way that people use to grab people's attention instead of, like you were saying, you could just be an amazing writer, a content creator, or a designer, and through your art and through what you do and your business and your attitude, you can attract people to you in a positive way. But again, the culture we live in, it just makes it easier just to kind of fall on.
No, definitely. I'm real big on. I'm real big on this, and I'm gonna end my statement with this one. If you're genuine and you just love to talk, and you know what I mean, you stand firm in your opinion, and you always like that, then I can't necessarily say you're a troll. You know what I mean? You got certain people who just love to talk. They're not trolling. Like Taxstone, he was a real dude. He wasn't a troll.
I forget who's that.
He had the famous podcast.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And he's in jail right now because people took offense to what he's saying. Thought he was trolling, and they attempted to try to beat him up at a club, and he shot the club up.
Oh wow!
But he wasn't trolling. He always was talking like that. He made a lot of people mad. I respect that. But when you're not like that and you're not built like that, then it just seems fake. You know what I'm trying to say?
Right.
And one more statement, you got people like Issa Rae, you got a lot of other people who are they naturally just say things. This is just who they are.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not like they're trying to offend nobody. They say these things. I respect that. So my opinion for people, just be your freaking self. Just be your freaking self. Like, you trolling ain't gonna get you nowhere but shot, stabbed, or beat up, or somebody following your location on your phone. Exactly. You know what I mean? Then you're gonna be like, oh no, I'm good. Nah, just be yourself and forget with the trolling.
Yeah. There's trolling will lead you to nowhere. So, but yeah, much love, y'all. Thank y'all for listening.
Hey, one more for the books. Kapoom.
Boom, boom.
Man, I just appreciate y'all just listening. Stay tuned for the next episode.